Hello, Elm Springs. Pastor Lindsey here with episode 5 of our Loving Our Neighbors web series. Now, when we've been talking about loving our neighbors, there's one big issue that always seems to come up, and that seems to be time. We don't seem to have the time to love our neighbors. We all live in this crazy, hectic pace of life in the 21st century, and it seems that we barely have time to get all the things done that we need to get done for our families, let alone go do something extra on our calendars and love our neighbors. But I want to read you a story here from Luke chapter 10, starting in verse 38 through 42. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me." "Martha, Martha," the Lord answered, "you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." Now, we've all probably heard this story before. Oh, Martha, Martha, worrying about all the preparations that need to be done, while her sister sits at Jesus' feet and does none of the work. Now, Martha gets a bad rap in this story, but I think there's a little bit of truth there. Sometimes we seem to have all of these things going on, these preparations we're making, to-do lists to get done, and it's really an issue of our priorities. Mary's priority was to be with Jesus, to sit at his feet and be in relationship with him. And Martha was busy rushing around trying to get things done. So that's something that we can challenge ourselves with this week. Are we rushing around trying to get things done, or are we prioritizing relationships? I bet you if you look at your calendar right now, you can go through and see all the different things that you are prioritizing in your life. But is there room to take some of those things off the calendar and to make priority for relationships and relationships with your neighbors? And maybe you don't even have to take anything off of your calendar. Maybe there's something that you already have planned that you can invite a neighbor to. This Sunday in worship, we are going to have door hangers available for our congregation to go out into their neighborhoods and invite their neighbors to come to our worship services this Advent season. So if you're already planning on being in worship, that's not adding another thing to your calendar by inviting someone to come along with you. So I want to encourage you to pick some of those up this Sunday, take them throughout your neighborhood, and if you get a chance to talk to somebody, invite them to worship this Advent season. Or on December 11th from 3 to 7 p.m., we are having our holiday Bazaar, where the kids will be watching a movie, taking pictures with Santa, having popcorn, and the adults can go and shop our holiday market. This is a great way to support our Neighbors Helping Neighbors ministry while shopping with some of your neighbors and building a relationship there. So again, it's about our priorities. We can look at our calendar and we can say we don't have time to love our neighbors. Or we can rearrange things, reprioritize, or see that the things that we're already doing are things that we can invite our neighbors to. That way we can love them and build relationships with them.